Have you ever ordered a gin and tonic, taken that first sip, and wondered why it tastes like drinking a pine tree? Americans buy millions of bottles of gin every year, yet most people can't tell the difference between a premium bottle and bottom-shelf regret. In this video, we're ranking 15 famous gin brands from worst to best based on what actually matters, not the fancy bottle or the celebrity endorsement, but real flavor, balance, mixability, and whether you'd confidently order it at a bar without whispering to the bartender. This isn't about hype or marketing stories. This is about taste, balance, value, and honest drinking experience. Some popular names will rank shockingly low, so prepare for controversy. Let's strip away the packaging and get to what's really in the glass, starting with 15. Gordon's. Gordon's sits at the very bottom, and for good reason. This is the entry-level gin that introduces millions to the category, then teaches them nothing about what gin can actually be. Founded in 1769, it carries historical weight, but history doesn't make it taste better. The profile is thin, flat, and dominated by harsh alcohol bite rather than botanicals. Juniper barely shows up to the party. The body feels watery, like someone described gin to a machine, and the machine did its best impression. Yes, it's cheap, usually the lowest priced option on the shelf. And yes, Gordon's shaped the gin industry for generations. But none of that changes what happens when you actually drink it. The flavored versions, pink gin, orange, peach, exist purely to mask the flaws of the base spirit. If you're starting your gin journey here, fine, we all started somewhere, but move on quickly. Gordon's is training wheels, not a destination. There are better gins at almost the same price point that will teach you what gin is supposed to deliver. 14. Bombay Sapphire. Bombay Sapphire lands at number 14, proving that a beautiful bottle doesn't guarantee beautiful contents. That iconic light blue glass has become one of the most recognizable images in the spirits world. The marketing budget behind this gin is massive. The brand awareness is global. But taste? That's where things fall apart. There's a chemical edge on the nose that shouldn't exist in premium gin. The botanicals feel disjointed, like they were added separately and never quite learned to work together. 10 botanicals sounds impressive until you realize none of them are singing in harmony. The price sits higher than the quality deserves, charging premium money for middling performance. The core version remains the problem, though Bombay has released variants trying to improve the formula. But when your flagship product lacks the balance and clarity that defines good gin, no amount of blue bottle magic can save it. Style over substance might sell bottles, but it doesn't create loyal gin drinkers. 13. Aviation. Aviation slides into number 13 as the smooth operator that sacrificed identity for approachability. Created by bartender Ryan Magarian and distiller Christian Krogstad, then later purchased by Ryan Reynolds, the celebrity ownership amplified awareness but didn't improve what's inside. This gin was designed to be smooth, easy, inoffensive. Mission accomplished, perhaps too well. Juniper gets muted almost to silence, pushing Aviation dangerously close to vodka territory. For people who claim they don't like gin, this becomes the bridge. It's gentle, floral-leaning, and slides down without resistance. In cocktails, it behaves predictably but forgettably. There's no edge, no character, just pleasant neutrality. The branding is sharp, the bottle gorgeous, the marketing hilarious. But underneath all that charm sits a gin designed to offend absolutely no one, which means it excites absolutely no one either. Aviation works for beginners avoiding juniper. For everyone else, it's just safe and forgettable. 12. Malfi. Malfi takes number 12 as Italy's answer to the gin boom, leaning heavily into citrus-led profiles. The lemon and blood orange versions put fruit forward aggressively, creating bright, sunshine-in-a-bottle energy. It's pleasant, simple, and undeniably Italian in spirit. For a summer afternoon with tonic and ice, Malfi delivers exactly what it promises. But that simplicity becomes a limitation. The finish is short, fading quickly without leaving much impression. The citrus dominance means it lacks versatility across different cocktail styles. Try building a proper martini with Malfi and you'll understand the problem. It's a one-trick pony, and that trick only works in specific contexts. As an occasional gin, something you reach for when the weather's warm and you want easy refreshment, Malfi has a place. As a core bottle, something you build your bar around, it falls short, specialized rather than essential. 11. Roku. Roku enters at number 11, bringing Japanese precision to the gin world. The name means 6 in Japanese, representing 6 uniquely Japanese botanicals that give this gin its distinctive character. Yuzu citrus, sakura flower, green tea, and sansho pepper create an aromatic profile that feels different from Western gins. This is craft distilling with cultural identity. The balance leans aromatic and floral rather than structural and juniper-forward. In a gin and tonic with a light tonic water, Roku shines. The tea botanicals add an earthy softness that makes it compelling for neat sipping as well. It's well-made, thoughtful, and genuinely interesting to drink. However, that distinctive character doesn't work universally. In classic cocktails built around London Dry profiles, Roku can feel out of place. It's a beautiful gin with a specific point of view, but not an everyday workhorse. Respect the craft, appreciate the uniqueness, but understand the limitations. 10. Bols Geneva. Bols Geneva sits at number 10, representing gin's historical ancestor rather than gin itself. This is where the category began before it evolved into what we recognize as gin today. Made in Holland since 1664, Bols carries serious heritage weight. The malt-driven base creates a heavier, richer body that drinks more like whiskey than modern gin. For cocktail history enthusiasts, Geneva is essential. Classic drinks like the original Martinez and certain old-fashioned variations were built around this style. The flavor profile, rich with grain, subtle botanicals, and barrel influence, offers something completely different from contemporary gin. But here's the catch. Most modern gin drinkers find Geneva too heavy, too different from what they expect. It's an acquired taste, a history lesson in a glass rather than an everyday pleasure. Respect the lineage, try it once for education, but don't expect it to replace your go-to gin. If you're enjoying this journey from bottom shelf to brilliance, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got the solid mainstream performers coming next, where things get seriously good. 9. Sipsmith London Dry. Sipsmith kicks off the solid mainstream tier at number 9, representing everything classic gin should be. Founded in 2009 as the first copper-pot gin distillery to open in London, Sipsmith helped kickstart the modern craft gin movement. The approach is traditional, focusing on bold juniper, bright citrus, and proper structure without gimmicks. In cocktails, Sipsmith performs reliably. Martinis come out clean and crisp. Negronis maintain proper balance. A simple gin and tonic tastes exactly how it should, with clear botanical definition. The price sits fair for what you're getting, making it an excellent bar cart staple. There's no flashy innovation here, no unusual botanicals or celebrity backing, just proper gin-making focused on getting the fundamentals right. Sipsmith doesn't try to reinvent anything, it simply executes the classic formula with precision and care, which is exactly what this tier demands. 8. Plymouth Gin. Plymouth lands at number 8, carrying a protected geographical designation that ties it exclusively to the city of Plymouth, England. This creates a style that's legally distinct from London Dry, though most drinkers wouldn't notice the technical difference. What they will notice is the smooth, slightly earthy character that sets Plymouth apart. The juniper and citrus balance leans rounder and softer than aggressive London Dry styles. This makes Plymouth an ideal next step for drinkers graduating from beginner gins. In classic cocktails, particularly those from the golden age of bartending, Plymouth performs beautifully. Bartenders love it for its reliability and depth. Made at the Blackfriars Distillery since 1793, Plymouth carries serious historical credentials without shouting about them. The gin speaks quietly but confidently, delivering proper character without overwhelming the palate. It's gin done right, the proper way, with nothing to prove. 7. Hendrick's. Hendrick's takes the number 7 spot as the polarizing innovator that changed gin marketing forever. The addition of cucumber and rose to the botanical blend seemed bizarre when it launched in 1999. Now it's become the signature that defines Hendrick's identity. You either love it or you don't, and the brand has built an empire on that division. Below the unusual botanicals sits a quality spirit. The distillation process combines two different still types, creating complexity that supports those distinctive flavors. In a gin and tonic with cucumber garnish, the whole experience becomes cohesive and refreshing. The dark bottle and apothecary styling cement the premium positioning. The garnish dependency is real, though. Hendrick's demands cucumber. Without it, something feels missing. This makes it less versatile than gins that work beautifully regardless of garnish. Still, for what it does, Hendrick's does it remarkably well. Love it or skip it, but respect what it achieved. 6. Tanqueray London Dry. Tanqueray claims number 6 as the benchmark mainstream gin that defines what London Dry should taste like. That green bottle has been a bar staple since 1830, and for good reason. The 4 botanical recipe proves you don't need complexity when you have perfect balance. Juniper dominates clearly, supported by coriander, angelica root, and licorice. In a gin and tonic, Tanqueray delivers bright, snappy, properly gin-flavored refreshment. In a martini, it stands up with authority, never getting lost or overwhelmed. The global availability means you can order it confidently anywhere, from airport bars to craft cocktail lounges. The value proposition remains exceptional. This is gin for people who want their gin to taste like gin, bold, assertive, unapologetically juniper-forward. Some drinkers find it too strong, too traditional, but for purists who crave that classic London Dry punch, Tanqueray delivers every single time without compromise. 5. Tanqueray number 10. Tanqueray number 10 elevates to number 5 by taking the classic formula and refining it with fresh citrus. Named after the still number used to create it, number 10 represents the premium evolution of the standard Tanqueray. The addition of fresh grapefruit, orange, and lime instead of dried peels creates a depth and richness that the standard version can't match. The citrus comes through vibrant and lively, adding layers to the juniper backbone. In cocktails, particularly those requiring citrus elements, number 10 performs spectacularly. The higher proof, 94.6, gives it extra strength for standing up in spirit-forward drinks. Yes, it costs more than standard Tanqueray, but the price difference feels justified. This is gin for people who want their gin to taste like gin, bold, assertive, unapologetically juniper-forward. Some drinkers find it too strong, too traditional, but for purists who crave that classic London Dry punch, Tanqueray delivers every single time without compromise. 4. Monkey 47. Monkey 47 storms into number 4 with the intensity of a botanical explosion. Made in Germany's Black Forest using 47 botanicals, this gin doesn't do anything subtle. The complexity is staggering, with flavors shifting and evolving with every sip. Juniper, citrus, berries, forest herbs, and spices all compete for attention, somehow working in harmony. The price reflects the ambition. This is luxury gin, expensive enough that it becomes a special occasion bottle rather than an everyday pour. The small bottle format reinforces that positioning, but in terms of sheer craftsmanship and flavor intensity, few gins can match Monkey 47's performance. In martinis and negronis, it demands full attention. Even neat, it drinks like a botanical lecture, teaching your palate something new with each encounter. It's not casual, it's not background. Monkey 47 is a statement gin for people who want maximum complexity and are willing to pay for it. 3. The Botanist. The Botanist takes bronze at number 3, delivering remarkable complexity with surprising elegance. Made on the Scottish island of Islay, famous for peaty whiskey, the Botanist goes the opposite direction. 22 botanicals, hand-foraged from the island, create a profile that tastes like walking through a wild herb garden after rain. The gin feels floral, earthy, and layered, with subtle flavors appearing and disappearing as you drink. In cocktails, the Botanist transforms everything it touches. A martini becomes a botanical showcase. A simple gin and tonic becomes a sensory experience. Yet, despite all that complexity, it never feels overwhelming or unbalanced. This is sophisticated gin-making at its finest. Complex without being chaotic, distinctive without being polarizing. For people who appreciate depth and character, the Botanist represents exactly what modern craft gin can achieve when done with skill and restraint. 2. Highclere Castle Gin. Highclere Castle Gin claims silver at number 2, proving that estate-grown gin isn't just marketing. Made with botanicals grown on the Highclere estate in England, famous as the filming location for Downton Abbey, this gin could have been pure novelty. Instead, it delivers genuine substance behind the elegant name. The botanical blend features juniper, lime flower, orange peel, and lavender, all carefully balanced to create a silky, refined profile. The mouthfeel stands out immediately, smooth and luxurious without feeling heavy. In martinis, it performs like luxury gin should, delivering elegance and depth that cheaper bottles can't match. Yes, the Downton Abbey connection helps sales, but strip away the castle imagery and you're left with genuinely excellent gin that tastes premium, justifying the higher price through quality rather than just storytelling.
Beefeater. Taking the crown at number 1 is Beefeater, the London dry that does everything right. Founded in 1863, it's outlasted countless competitors by focusing relentlessly on what matters: flavour, balance, consistency and value. The botanical blend features juniper, angelica root, coriander, lemon peel, orange peel and almond, creating a profile that works everywhere. Global availability means you can order Beefeater anywhere and know exactly what you're getting. The juniper clarity remains strong without overwhelming. The citrus brightness lifts the whole drink. In every format, gin and tonic, martini, Negroni, Beefeater performs flawlessly. Nothing dominates, everything harmonises. Here's what makes Beefeater extraordinary. It's not just excellent, it's affordable. While other top-tier gins charge premium prices, Beefeater costs barely more than entry-level options. That combination of quality and value makes it the best all-round famous gin. When you want gin that tastes like gin should, tastes right, and doesn't drain your wallet, Beefeater wins. Every single time. And that's the full lineup. 15 gins, one clear winner. Whether you agree, disagree, or are already typing angry comments about your favourite martini gin, thanks for watching. Hit like and subscribe and tell me which bottle deserves a deep dive next. Cheers to better gin and even better debates.